babe.
Hey. Oh, what's that cop going after? He seemed like he was on a mission.
Somebody speeding, probably.
Probably. I'm tired. Oh, hello. Do you know what your mom's making for dinner?
Nope. There's supposed to be Italian beef, but we couldn't get any buns, so I don't know.
It's so, right now it's like you pick and choose. You're like, I got this. I got some peanut butter.
And some ground
no bread.
beef. Peanut butter and ground beef. What can I make for dinner?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm glad we kind of got a little bit of stuff, like, well, before the madness.
At least some regular groceries to have real meals for the most part.
Well, we've always kind of done that anyway, though. Like, before all this chaos, we've always kind of stocked up on something.
Yeah. Well,
remember back in the day before we were eating healthy and we were just eating
canned goods.
Just a bunch of soups. That's all.
And a lot of manwich.
You're like, what do you want to have for dinner tonight? How about that potato soup?
And a lot of manwich.
A lot of sodium. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's before we had kids, though. It's like once you have kids, you're, at least for me, like, and like our eating habits changed a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you kind of want to have them eat better stuff too.
Yeah, a lot more fresh vegetables. Like, I think before we had Liam, we didn't even really have vegetables very much at all in the house, and now we keep it stocked.
Yeah.
Try.
I mean, we still eat unhealthy stuff too, but.
Oh, hell yeah.
Compared to.
I'm a fatty, of course.
I'm glad, like, the first time we, we're like, all right, we're going to start eating healthy. So we bought nothing but healthy stuff.
And then it all went bad.
And it all went bad.
Yeah.
So easing into it's a better way to go.
Yeah, we learned that the hard way.
Because if you just make 1 or 2 days out of the week, all right, this will be our healthy meal day. And then before you know it, you're slowly, progressing into more healthy stuff.
Oh, their shelves look stocked.
Yeah, they didn't look too bad.
Their bread, did they have bread when you went in there? Because
I didn't go by the bread.
Oh, okay then.
I tried to get in and get out. I was just like...
They were empty when you went, weren't they? Were they
No, they were somewhat busy. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, it was interesting. Wonder how it is in everybody else's area. Like all over. I bet California's crazy. Michigan probably.
Yeah.
Right now it's still kind of... It's like we still have some people that believe it's like whatever. It's just weird.
Yeah.
I saw a thing of guys like, I got 7,000 rolls of toilet paper, and like the one guy's like, how long do you think that's gonna last you for? Oh, probably about 2 months. And I'm like, okay, who's gonna go?
How much are you shitting?
I'm like, well, what is he doing with it all? Like,
I'm making TP forts.
if I had 7,000 rolls of toilet paper, that would probably last a year.
At least.
He said 2 months.
I think that guy needs to see a doctor for,
Well, anybody that buys that much toilet paper, they obviously got some problems. That's like the worst thing to hoard.
Yeah.
Now, if he's like, I got 7,000 cans of vegetables. Oh, okay, that's
or even soup.
a lot of vegetables, but still, it's something that you're going to eat at some point. I mean, the toilet paper you're going to use, but he's using all 7,000 rolls in 2 months.
Yeah, but...
He's all, I like to use a whole roll when I go poop.
I like to just...
I use it once and I throw it out. The whole thing. It's nasty after that. I just didn't get that.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
And he said he's going to go get more.
Why? It's people like
Well,
that.
Brittany, it's only going to last him 2 months.
Well, here's the thing. We went to the store last weekend.
Yeah.
And we wanted just 1 pack of toilet paper just for the week, like a normal person.
Well, that's Scott's. We still haven't got
Scott's.
that stuff.
Scott's toilet paper lasts forever. 1 roll lasts a whole week.
That 4-pack.
Awesome. We haven't even opened it yet.
No. Because I'm not crazy. I saw him like, oh, okay. Oh, cool. They got a little 4-pack. That'll work.
That's all we need. For now.
Yeah. And if all else fails, we'll have a lot of tank tops this summer.
Cut all the sleeves off.
Cut all the sleeves off. And then I was watching Joe Rogan's podcast, and there was a guy on there. I'm not sure what guy it was, but he's like, there's so many ways you can wipe your butt. He's like, I've used gravel before. And then I'm like, huh? Right? And Joe Rogan.
Wipe your butt with gravel.
He's like, Joe Rogan like looks at him funny. He's like, gravel? He's like, oh yeah, and he didn't explain it. They just moved on. So for the last 2 weeks, I've been sitting trying to like think about how would that work. Like, do you just use one little pebble?
It's all he had other than his bare hand. He probably just held it in his hand so it didn't get poop on his hand. Like a handful. I don't know.
Well, there's so many other. He was out in the woods. There's so many other things.
Leaves, grass.
Well, he claimed to be an expert about it, and that's the first thing he names. He doesn't go like, "Oh, I've used like a twig or."
Well, you don't want to get bark in there, but pebbles, that'd be all right.
So when in doubt, use gravel. Seriously, I didn't get it. I've still been trying to figure it out. Like.
Yeah, I know.
He didn't say if it was smooth or if it was rough. He just used gravel. I just picture him go out in his driveway.
just scooting his ass across the driveway like a dog on the carpet.
I was so confused about it.
Yeah, that isn't...
Like, what's the... He said he used socks. Okay, I've done that before. His shirt sleeves.
That makes sense.
All the stuff that he named after the gravel made a whole bunch of sense. That's just like that time when that guy at work told me that story about the whole cheesecake thing.
Oh,
he like...
Funny story about cheesecake.
Yeah, and he starts telling you, like, his wife got cancer and all that, so I'm thinking that that's why maybe he doesn't like cheesecake, you know, because it reminds him of being in the hospital, right? And then he's like, yeah, she's doing good now and all that, and I'm like, so... You don't like cheesecake because of the situation? He's like, oh no, I love cheesecake.
It reminded him of his wife having cancer because there was cheesecake at the hospital while she was there getting her treatment.
Yeah, but I took it in a way that
doesn't even make any sense.
He tells stories like that all the time, though. It's funny.
I try to avoid him.
I don't. Well, I haven't seen him much at work lately.
Me neither. I hear him all the time, but
yeah,
I don't.
He's always talking.
I don't see him very much.
But that story was the weirdest story. I was like, this is just.
He had said to me.
Where is this going?
Well, not to me. He had said to someone else at work, I don't think she likes me because she always gives me a dirty look when I'm talking to her. Which I don't particularly like him, but I didn't realize I was giving him dirty looks.
Oh, he thought you didn't like him?
Yeah, he thought I didn't like him.
What?
So I went out of my way the next day to say hi and be friendly because.
Well, he was always trying to flirt with you too. I'll make you some ribs.
Yeah. I didn't like him flirting with me knowing that I have a husband and knowing that my husband works there. And then
Plus, I make really good ribs.
You make the best ribs. The best ribs.
I mean,
no, the best ribs I've ever had in my life are the ribs you've made. So,
well,
yes.
what about that one place, all fired up?
I like your ribs better.
They're not even there anymore.
I know.
Their
brisket was real good.
I know, that's some good brisket.
And they had my favorite, the red cream soda, which is impossible to find. Barks red cream soda. You can't really get it anywhere. You can't get it at Walmart or Martin's. I've never checked a Kroger, but...
I don't like cream soda.
I don't like regular cream soda. I think regular cream soda is disgusting. Red cream soda is amazing, and I crave it sometimes, and I can never find it. Barks specifically.
I like that root beer at that, that Evil Check. Oh,
that's good too.
Good root beer.
That is good root beer.
And I think it's from a place in Chicago or whatever they get it from.
Yeah, all this stuff is local. Hey, do you know what's going on over here?
They're cleaning up the neighborhood.
Oh, cool.
No, I don't think anybody lived in. I think they're tearing all this down.
I thought somebody lived in the one.
No, they're tearing it all. Cause that pumpkin vine trail or whatever. It seems like even down at the other end, they cleaned up all those houses too. Like they're trying to clean up this town, but we don't live in this area.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised that they didn't try to do that when the crack house burnt down on that corner.
I think it was those Christmas lights.
I mean,
They
probably.
left them up all the time.
I don't think it was Christmas lights. I think that one of them probably fell asleep with something lit.
Oh.
Burnt the whole place down.
Yeah, I don't know. It's quite possible. They probably have one of them like old school, like you know those old couches with like the everybody had them. They're like the flowery looking print.
Oh yeah.
I bet it was one of those because it had like that real like it was all cut up like stuff like the upholstery or whatever in it, the foam. Because it wasn't actual like a foam block, it was just a bunch of little pieces. You don't remember that?
I mean, I know what you're talking about. I've seen them,
I don't
but
know
I've
why
never.
that's even.
I don't know what's inside of them.
Well, when I was a kid, I used to open them up and throw them all. I used to get in trouble a lot. I was bad.
You were a bad kid.
Like Miranda's dad had those ashtrays that would stand up. Like they were real nice and stuff. And he's like, "Be careful, don't knock them over." And then I go wham right in front of them, knocked them all over.
That's more than being a bad kid. That's straight up being an asshole.
And then he spanked me, and I remember crying and having to pick up all the ashy butts and everything. I was just like, I deserved it though, being a little shit.
Well, here's the thing though. How long was him and your mother together before he thought it was okay to spank you?
Oh, probably at least a year and a half. Maybe.
Okay. So he felt like he was your father figure at the time?
Yeah. Well, the one time I think my dad told him that, "Oh, you lay a hand on him again."
Yeah.
I remember that. I did something too where I should have got spanked anyway.
But your
at
mom
least by
should
my
have done
mom.
it. Yeah, your mom should have done it, not...
But I was painting on the trailer. I was having a good old time too. I remember. They caught.
I had a good time being bad.
It was water based. It came. I had to clean that off too with tears. I used to get caught all the time doing stuff. I just wasn't good at it, I guess. Cause I would, like the time me and Wyatt, we jumped over the fence, the spray paint on the train, for some reason, because it stopped there or whatever, because it hit a car down the road or something. So we're over there spray painting, and then David Lee's one of his girlfriends at the time ratted me out, and I hear my mom, "Ooh," and I'm like, "Oh shit." And if I didn't throw the can of spray paint over the fence when I went to hop back over, I wouldn't have got in trouble for the spray paint part. But for some reason, I threw the can over, and then it was like, oh, like they were like, ooh, they got even more mad because they realized I was spray painting on the train. I was writing my name. Why there's police officers and stuff. They'll be like, that looks pretty fresh. Anybody know Brad?
Yeah, I think he went that way.
Man. And then one time my brother, like a slow one was going by, so he took and just one big long line. We're stupid. We're bad kids.
Eh.
We used to do a lot of dumb stuff. And Liam will probably do the same stuff.
Well, hopefully not the same stuff.
Well, unless he only plays inside. I don't know.
He loves the outside.
Yeah.
That kid loves going outside. He tries to follow us outside when we take the dog out in
He
the
does
rain.
Sometimes. He came out the one day in his snow boots and underwear on. I'm like, get back in that. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It was like 10 o'clock at night. He comes out. "Ah!" He's all, I'm like, shut up. You're going to wake the neighbors.
Yeah. When I take the dog out while you're sleeping, sometimes he'll try to follow me out there and come running out the house. I'm like, you get your butt back in the house. I'm like,
Yeah.
Don't you come running out here. I told you not to come out here. Don't you do that.
He didn't want to touch the worms at first today. When we were
Really?
catching them. He's like, no, you get it. You get it. I'm like, here, get it.
Oh, there's slimy.
And then he grabbed them. He liked it.
Yeah,
I mean, when we went fishing last year.
he loves bugs and stuff.
Yeah. Go hand get
Creepy
freaking
crawlies.
spiders and stuff. Dead ones. Remember that dead one?
Yeah.
Scared me, man.
We're both afraid of spiders, and
You
our
think-
kid ain't.
He thinks it's hilarious. I hate it.
I know sometimes he'll put a toy spider on me, and I don't realize that that's what he put on me. And then he goes, "There's a spider on you," and for a second I freak out. Oh, it's a toy. Okay.
I know I found one in the clothes the one time and like freaking lost it for a minute. I'm like, oh wait.
I saw one like slightly underneath the changing table,
Yeah.
and I saw its legs, and I'm like, "Oh, please be a fake one."
He's a little prankster, man.
Yeah.
Him and Lucas both, I think if they both set their minds to the same goal,
Oh.
I know. They're gonna be wild. Lucas, I
already
think,
are.
there'll be a little bit more of a. He already seems chill, because Liam was like, the only way to get like expressions and stuff out of him was you had to be like real crazy.
Yeah.
But Lucas is the opposite. The calmer you are, the more you get from him for the most part.
Yeah.
Now that could all change as he gets older, but that's just that's the difference I noticed between both of them. And I hope it stays that way, because I can't have two that are freaking beating me up all the time.